So now we'd like to tell you about CTT, Combined Touchscreen Training. Myself and Becky were sat and were trained on how to create content for this last week, and I have to say it's
amazing.
It was something quite good, wasn't it?
It really is.
And so we're going to do something a little bit risky here. Rather than actually just do a film and show you some extracts we're going to do, we're actually going to do this live and show you combined touchscreen training in reality. And we're able to do that because if you just look up at the top here, you can see these little boxes up here. They're actually lasers, and what they're doing is they're projecting a laser mesh across the whole of this area, and it turns the whole thing touchscreen. And we want to show you what that enables us to do. Here we are in a virtual environment. I said that we'd done virtual walkthroughs of all locations. We could have chosen any of them. We're actually sitting here within Ward 3. Okay, and I just want to show you the sort of things we can do. These little buttons here, you can see these are little hotspots. And I want to give you an example of the type of things we can now do to give you an idea of the art of the possible and perhaps generate some ideas and thinking. So here, for example, we have a little exit area there. You might want to say, well, what do I do here when I want to exit? If you exit that, you would get a message. Well, you haven't been discharged yet. So when training our service users, when training our staff about the procedures they need to follow, it'd be, well, don't try and discharge people until you've gone through the correct procedures. Okay. The other thing which we can do is we can embed within here videos. So, for example, here we are. We're looking at Ward 1 and 3. If you look at that, then we can sit there, and for the people in the room, they can actually watch our promo video of Ward 1 and Ward 3. This could also be a little video of a welcoming message, for example, from the ward manager, etc. But this basically is a really impactful way in which we can put somebody into a virtual environment and teach them a little bit about it. Okay, but of course it's not just about passive content. Okay, we want to involve the UCs for training and education. So if I just click here, we're going to leave Ward 3, and hey presto, we are in Harpland's reception, and we're going to have a little bit of fun here. So Becky, I have some questions for you. Okay, so let's just try a few things and explain, get a little bit more information to the people watching this about CTT. Mm-hmm. So question number 1. Okay, now how much does it cost the Trust to create one of these experiences? And to just give you some context, we did do a little bit of market research. We're doing this all entirely in-house. If we were to procure one of these experiences on the commercial market, we're looking at possibly between £5,000 to £10,000 a time. So that's what we're looking at. Yeah. £5,000 to £10,000 a time. Yep.
Hefty. How
much does it cost us to create a new CTT experience?
Well, given that, they all seem a bit of a bargain, but there's a lot of tech involved, so I'm gonna try and wrongly select 1,000. And
for those of you who see there, it came up green to say 0. That's because we've invested in-house in the skills, we've invested in the technology. We can create CTT experiences at no extra cost to the Trust other than staff time, compared with £5,000 to £10,000 on the commercial market. Let's just ask another one. So Becky, yes, we know that each time it doesn't cost us something to do it, but then okay, so licensing. Okay, it doesn't cost us anything, but how many are we actually allowed to create? How many CTT experiences could the Trust actually create?
I've no idea, but I'm going to guess it's not unlimited, so I'm just going to pick 100.
And you're wrong, because it is unlimited. Okay, so not only can we create these at a very, very low cost, we're also not constrained by the amount of ones that we can do. Okay, so we know that it doesn't cost us very much to create these things, and we know there's no limit to the amount that we can do. Question then, okay then, who it's open to? Is it going to be clinical teams only, corporate teams only? Is it going to be senior directors, or can everybody ever go? Well,
I know as clinicians we can definitely use it, so I'm going to say I reckon anyone can.
And that's correct. So basically what we know about what we know about CTT, it doesn't cost us an awful lot to create them. we're not constrained by licensing on the amount of them, and it's open to everybody. So if you're watching this and you're working combined and you think, I've got a really good idea, then you can contact us. Now, of course, when you contact us, there's some things we'd like to have from you. No such thing as a free lunch. So, this is a multi-choice. What do we actually need in order to start creating, agree to create a CTT experience?
Okay, and this one I can select as many as I want,
As many as you want.
Okay, definitely going to need a title. You're going to need some sort of time frame, otherwise people like me will just get carried away. You're going to need a description. You're going to need a lead, aren't you? You're probably going to need some sort of confirmation of budget, so I'm going to select them all.
Okay, well, let's just give it a check. Well, all of them, apart from the budget, because we can manage that internally with our own resources. Okay, so there we go. So I hope that gives you an idea of the type of things we can do with these screens. Finally, I understand you've been talking to some people. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. I have. Yep.
So I'm going to have a little look here about which organisations have already said they'd like to work with us on a CTT experience, okay? So I'm looking here. We've got 4 random ones: the police, the fire and rescue service, UH&M, ICB. I'm going to say, yeah, okay, the police and maybe fire and rescue. Okay, are they interested in us? UH&M, ICB, not sure. Is this emergency services? Not. Let's give it an idea. Let's just check. Okay.
So actually, there's a new project that I have in the pipeline, which the whole concept is about trying to help non-mental health staff understand a mental state examination and help us all kind of speak the same language. And as Joe found out there, we've already got police, fire and rescue and social care, along with UH&M, who are really interested in working with us on that.
Okay, and we're just going to show one final example of what you can do with CTT. This example isn't actually built by us, this has been built by somebody else, but it gives you a real idea of where we can really go with this, in terms of, particularly in terms of staff induction and staff training, yeah, clinical training. So for this, we're going to leave this all together, and we're going to go do a little bit of fun, which is called the Room of Errors. So what this is about is, this is basically about, there are special items out of pleasure in this virtual ward, okay? And the idea is tap on them to correct them and find the ones that are out of place or causing a problem. And we're against the clock. Now, I am not a clinician, so I'm not even going to attempt this, but I am going to have some fun. I think, Becky, you're going to suggest where I can run and tap, and let's see the sort of things that you might see.
Okay. So I'm going to say there's some rubbish on the side there, so I'd pick that. Yeah.
Yep, patient's rubbish. Yep. The ward should be clear of waste.
I don't like that commode being there because that looks like a major trip fall hazard to me.
Okay. Yep, commode. No object should obstruct the patient's exit from the bed.
Fab. And I don't think that inhaler should have been left on a tray.
Right, so let's try the inhaler. Yep, you're correct. MDR, all medications should be locked away.
And then the last one that's obvious to me is that spillage down there.
Okay. Yep. All spills will be cleared up immediately. Now, so you get the idea. So that is where we get our new facility for introducing combined touchscreen training. We're literally at the first days of this, but we were really, really excited about that.